YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Icy here, and today I have a different kind of video for you. Today we're going to be looking at a game that I believe is going under the radar in terms of visibility, and that game is FragPunk. Now, I want to start off by saying that I am not sponsored at all by FragPunk's developers, Bad Guitar Studios. This video is purely my opinion and my thoughts only. And keep in mind, this is my initial impressions from roughly, I'd say, a 6 to 10 hour play session. So what is FragPunk? Well, according to Bad Guitar Studios, FragPunk is a fast-paced 5v5 hero shooter with power-up cards that change the rules of each round. Choose your hero, your weapons, and pick from a selection of cards that dramatically change the rules of engagement. In other words, this is the FPS version of Cyberpunk, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Valorant. You have the aesthetics of Cyberpunk, the gunplay of Call of Duty and Overwatch, give or take a little bit, and you have the core mechanics of a tactical shooter, otherwise known as Valorant or Counter-Strike. Now, please, I beg, do not harass me in the comment section. I know this game has its own identity, but a lot of people always ask, what does this game compare to? And I thought I'd give those few games as kind of a mesh. Now, there is no official release date for FragPunk yet, at least announced as of 10/14/2024, but there has been a closed beta that's been going on from the 10th of October and runs all the way until the 21st of October. Now, you've seen the B-roll footage running in the background, but I did want to give some specific details so that we kind of understand how the game functions. First off, FragPunk has 12, at least during the beta, playable characters. They each come with their unique abilities, 3 apiece, and for this video, I want to dive into specifically Corona, just to give you a simplified idea of what's going on here. He has one ability named Fast Lane, which is essentially a dash, and it's shorter when moved vertically. His next ability is Ashes to Ashes, which is an AoE damage field, which provides Corona with a speed boost and a damage reduction if he is within it, and it damages everybody in that vicinity. Next up, he has Hothead, which is a short charge that blinds all frontal enemies that are looking directly at him. I assume that if you were to turn away from him, you wouldn't be blind, similar to a Sky Flash in Valorant. There are a few modes that you can choose from when you want to play FragPunk. Shard Clash is the main identity of the game. Essentially what it is it's a 5v5 round-based tag shooter where you pick cards at the beginning of each round. Some of those cards buff you and others affect the other team. For example, there's a card that you can get pre-round that allows everybody to be able to slide. Yes, sliding isn't native to this game. I'll go into that later. Another example is a card where it makes the enemy team's heads bigger. It essentially gives you the gameplay mechanics of Valorant. So you start off each round in your base, everybody picks their loadout, and then you go to either A or B to defend. Now, as of right now, I am not sure if they're going to have 3 site maps, but as of now, it's just A and B. The twist with this game is that if you pick a weapon, let's just say a submachine gun, and you end up dying that round, you can no longer get that submachine gun unless you pick one up off of the ground from maybe a teammate or an enemy, or a teammate buys it, in air quotes, for you. Similar to what I mentioned earlier, there is a card where everybody gets a free gun. So if you were to lose your gun during the game, you could then repurchase it. Now, I say purchase lightly here. The reason why I say that is because it's easier to understand that way. You don't actually have a currency system in this game. It's just that it's the easiest way I could describe it to you. And then you can guess how the story goes from here. You play the game until eventually one side wins. I believe it's best of 7. However, I think my favorite thing about this game in comparison to other tactical shooters is the way that they handle overtime. So if you go into overtime in this game, it essentially becomes 1v1s until there is a winner, almost like penalty kicks in soccer or football. So for instance, let's say I'm the first player on my team to go up against the first player on their team and I win. You don't gain any of your health back after each round. Let's just say I'm going first out of the 4 other players. If I take any damage during that round, I don't gain any of it back in the next round. So continuing with this example, let's say I kill the opposing team in my 1v1. I will then 1v1 the next player on that team. If I win that 1v1, I'll 1v1 the next player on that team. If I lose to the next player, then my teammate will come in. And if they lose, then my other teammate will come in. And basically this happens until there is one winner. I personally think this is some of the best ways to handle overtime because even if there is a smurf in the game, it effectively makes it so that if they don't win every single 1v1 that they're put up against, you have a chance to win that game. And because you don't regen any health after each round, even the worst players can take down someone that's really good. There are a few game modes that you're able to play in FragPunk. at least some during the beta, included Team Deathmatch, Capture the Core, Scrimmage, and Duel Master. Now, Capture the Core essentially is the cores are scattered around the map. You have to bring them back to your base, and Scrimmage is essentially gunfights galore. There really is no objective. You're just getting into as many gunfights as you can before the timer runs out. And then you have Duel Master, which is essentially just 1v1s. Now, at its core, I think this game is fantastic. I think it's a lot of fun, although I do think there are some areas of improvement. Very few and select, but this is me personally. I believe that everybody should be able to slide in this game. There is one specific character that can, and his name is Axon. I think with the way that the game flows, sliding is kind of overpowered in my opinion. There's been a lot of times where I've been able to slide around a corner and catch someone off guard, essentially cammering them in Call of Duty terms, and getting free kills with it. I think that's what makes Axon a very good character, is his slide cancel alone, along with his other abilities. Other than that, just your basic new game stuff that they need to iron out, like netcode and things like that, and weapon balancing. But other than that, I feel like this game has great promise, and I think as long as the developers keep on the path that they're going, they have a great game on their hand. I think my favorite part about this game in general is just the overtime. I think the overtime rule single-handedly makes this game stand out from all the other tactical shooters, at least in the way that they handle overtime. Thank you guys so much for watching my first impressions of FragPunk. At the end of this video, there is going to be some cut up videos of Shard Clash. If you guys could do me a favor, please drop a like and a sub if I've earned it, and have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
No, I'm gaming. I'm not cold.
Gain the area in first collision? Shoot.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's healing.
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Can we walk through this mine? We can. On the left side. Oh. I ain't stopping you.
Science in action.
He's... Well, I don't know where he's at.
Converter planted.
W. Wow. Aim
like
is looking
recoil.
crispy.
Time to disinfect the hospital bed, sir.
Congratulations. I'm here.
Oh, later.
I didn't think I had it in me, did you?
Is that the guy? Is that Sight guy?
Account.
Oh, he was the invis guy.
There's just one enemy left. You
Not so
won.
MVP now.
Yeah, babe.
Wow, I guess you're the goat.
You're winning.
I guess you're the
Maybe I
goat.
won't get a raise.
The FragPunk lord.
Win.
Double kick. Not so
I mean-
MVP.
Fact, huh?
I'll put all my points into that one.
These cards are like chocolate chip cookies.
I don't know why I just did that.
Where there's fire, you're smoke. Also,
No, he's sniping. No. Remove one target site randomly? What?
Whoa,
Well, wouldn't that mean that
cool
everyone's
card.
going to go to the other
Yeah.
site? I feel like this
Power
actually
that
doesn't
card
do
up with
anything.
shard points.
Like beneficial. Long dash. Charge melee attacks distance. Oh, dear lord. Dead. Dead.
What?
There's
What?
just one enemy left.
He's mid.
Helps.
Is that me?
smoke.
Oh, I guess your teammate flanked and killed him.
So hurt. 100.
You won.
This hunt on the record.
Two cards are better than one. I mean, obviously.
No doors
Agree.
in the level.
I think you did, yeah.
Dead.
Close.
He's so hurt.
Time for the fun part.
They're down to their last lance. You won.
Let's go. GG.
GG. Oh my god. Oh my god, he even took the time to reload this thing.
I mean,
hello?
I think that person just doesn't know how to play the game.
Yeah.